Yes, we're live. This piece of junk. You know I've been gone a long time when Twitch literally changes their entire ingest protocol in the time I've been gone. That's how you know. I am back. That's how long I've been gone, guys. Twitch literally changed the name of their ingest servers. So my custom RTMP server didn't work. And so I had to manually fix it, which is why I'm late. Yeah, it's just like the good old times. Already giving excuses for why I'm late. Okay, you can stay over there. I'm moving around windows, so I don't see what's happening. Hello, dragon. Chillin'. Well, I just went live. Yes, words. Because my life is making things harder than they have to be for fun, and I would say also for profit, but not for profit. I have a custom restreaming server, so I stream to both Twitch and YouTube at the same time. In general, it works pretty darn well. The issue is that, again, because I was gone for so long, Twitch changed the names of their servers that you send the video to. OBS does this automatically, but again, I'd make my life more difficult. So by not using OBS, I had to go in and change it in my configuration, in my list of how to computer. I'm Callum. Okay, I was wondering. Man, you just like changing your name. This is like, what is this? Isn't this a second name change? Rex, we're always first around here. Actually, you were first. I don't know why you're asking, because you got first, so you're officially first. Fourth. Ah, my bad. How are you? Actually, pretty good. Well, he does usually get first. And again, that's the only thing that matters. You can't claim to be first without getting first officially. That's not how that works. So why won't... Okay, there's the... Okay. Oh, well, I guess I'm playing this now. Starting with the mouse strip. Mouse slip, let's go. This is a strong start to stream, fellas. Okay, call it BM. What you been up to? Just kind of life. Music is loud. Is it? Okay, I'll fix that in a second. Is it loud? Or am I just quiet? It might be that I'm just quiet. Is this better? Give me a second. It might be that I'm just quiet. I'm probably sitting too far back from the microphone. Music is very loud. Really? Oh, I'm stupid. I'm stupid. I forgot to change my settings back. No. My bad. So very sorry. I know exactly what the problem is. I changed my settings a few days ago because I was recording some gameplay to prove something to somebody. My bad. It's fixed now, is it not? You jump scared? I jump scared you? Sorry. I forgot to change my settings back. You know how it be. Developing in this situation is such a miserable... You turned it off? Well, I turned off that music. That's no music not supposed to be playing, because that was what I was listening to in my headphones. You gotta remember, guys, I'm rusty. It's been like 2 weeks. I think it's been 2 weeks. That sounds right. I'm honestly shocked with how well this game is going. Alright, be back on E. Do it. Posture check. Okay, give me a second. I am shocked with how well this is going. I mean, this is like, I should have lost this game immediately. This move is annoying though, I'll give him that. Prevents a lot of what I want to play. Not in love with this. That was a good move. Give me a second. The thing is, this kills my development, so normally in these positions I could play for the development lead, but I don't have a development lead. Because see, I normally don't care if he pushes, but if I do this, then when he pushes, he traps my bishop. So he's kind of preventing my natural development. I'm going to go for a stupid move. Trust the summer rust? Exactly. 5 people in queue already? Oh, wait, did I forget to clear the queue before I started stream? Again, I'm rusty. It's been a long time. Can't even get my thing mouse to work. That's how long it's been. Okay, no, this is a problem with the software. Okay. Yeah, it's just I forgot to clear the queue. My bad, my bad. Okay. 6 months I've been following. I went from ranked in the bottom 100 in my country. Now I'm top 280. Yeah, see what I mean? That's the Alchemedium Blobfish effect. Or it's just, you know, you intentionally working at it and improving as a chess player. But that's way less fun since I don't get to take responsibility for it. But seriously though, congratulations. It's super cool. It can't be that bad, right? I would love to castle queenside and play like stupidly aggressive. I really shouldn't. Like really I shouldn't. I can also just play this to hold the pawn. And if he takes, then I can take back with pawn. And this is actually kind of annoying because it prevents the bishop from developing. Are you talking football, Goddle? Or like handball or something? I see. You know what? You know what, guys? Calling the bluff. He doesn't want to take that pawn on b2. He can't take on d4, first off, obviously. But he does not want to take on b2. I don't think it's good for him. Then the sack on g5 actually looks kind of nice. Yeah, see, he was afraid of it. f4 looks interesting. The problem is this knight hangs in a lot of situations. I could castle queenside, although that feels like a very bad idea. Castling kingside looks bad too. I'm castling queenside, even though it all looks really terrible. Honestly, I mean, this is what I get, right? Chess Olympiad? Oh, I haven't been keeping up with that, if I'm being honest. I've been busy. So you've been beating up on old people. That's great. I'm very proud of you. Hello, Void. I think this is good for us. I mean, as good as it's going to be. Again, I played this opening absolutely miserably. But honestly, this is not the worst position I've ever played. It's not great. I'm not in love with it, but like, it's playable. Why'd you disappear? I got sick, and then I started working a part-time job, a new part-time job that had me busy. A few things happened in a row that got me all tangled up. Part of me wants to play queen g3 here. I want to play queen g3. I really want to get my pieces into the action. Is bishop f6 a problem? Can you play e5? No, I think this is all fine. Yeah, I'm not quite that lucky, Void. Started college a few weeks ago. Really fun experience. Average elo I'd say is 1800, 2000 blitz. Really? Yeah, a strong college. Could go up, but I'm a little afraid of getting trapped. So I'm going to go back this way. Really? Ooh, that's a move. I've got to play h3 here. It really looks so tempting. I mean, I guess you could play h4. That's actually interesting. I didn't consider h4 at first. No, but h4... Oh, guys, look at this, look at this. h4, I can play h takes g4, right? Because this pawn is pinned to his king. He's not actually attacking my queen. Looks good for white, though. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I really expected this to go far worse than it did. I'm considering sacking the exchange here. It's probably stupid, but, like, you see where I'm coming from. Like, it looks almost not stupid. It is stupid, though, I think. So I'm just going to play Queen F3. Queen F3 followed by G3 is my other plan. Because I want to hold on to the knight on F2, so... Yeah, Queen F3 followed by G3. Again, we've clawed this one back. You have to remember, guys, I mouse slipped F3 move 1. Move 1, I accidentally played F3. And somehow, I'm not losing. It's hard in a position like this where I have a, where everything's as dubious as it is for me to claim anything more than not losing, but... I wasn't scared of this because he's blocked in his own bishop. Am I missing something? I don't think so. I think he's just losing. Now it's easier. Yeah, he's made it way easier for me. Look at this position, guys. Look how terrible his bishops are. I played knights versus bishops when he had the center, and somehow I won. What is chess? No, G5 is good. I just didn't have time to. I couldn't play it here. I couldn't really play it here. Yeah, G5 is by far the best move in that position. I can just have an exchange here if I want. It can't be that bad, right? I almost don't want the exchange, though. It's not that bad, Goddle. Like, come on. I'll just take the exchange. There's no reason to be greedy. No reason to be greedy. He doesn't have a terribly large amount of counterplay either. He's blocked in his own pieces. Queen h5. Queen h5 also might make sense. There's something I didn't like about Queen h5. I don't remember. I want my other rook into this action. This piece is doing nothing. Block the bishop to take h3. Well, I didn't have time to. When? I can't do it here, right? Because my queen just gets captured. He moved out of the pin. I did not. Wait, is it worth seeing? Is it like classic Hans? This is such a... It's so slow. This is such a slow move. His ego? Yeah, I've never cared for Hans. I'm going to be honest with you. Just for that reason, he's always seemed a little much. Feels childish? That's what I mean. Just a plan but wasn't available? Oh yeah, for sure. No, that's a fantastic plan. It's mate, right? Yeah, it's mate. Look at that. That was move 1 F3. That game came from move 1 F3. This Nikado Avocado, the greatest internet troll we've had in a while. He already was Rexbor. He already was, even before the plot twist. I don't like any of his videos. I don't watch any of Nikado Avocado's videos, but he's clearly trolling everybody from the start. He's thin now, Callum. He's lost all the weight. I used to be a depressed international master too, and I was like, what? That... Okay, so here's the thing, Local. That could be banter. Like, I could see someone saying that, like, I don't know, Hikaru, or maybe not Hikaru, but like Magnus or Fabi saying that as stupid banter, right? So now Hans saying it, Hans has a little bit of a way about him. Listen, didn't he upload like 7 months ago? He did. Yes, he did. Impossible. I am. I mean, it's pretty. Look at this. Look at this. He's rich, famous, depressed, international master. Is he depressed? I know he was struggling with mental health for a while back then, but I don't know if he was ever depressed or if he's currently depressed. I think that video, even from 7 months ago, was recorded months before he released it. I'm pretty sure that was the case. So, like, he had recorded videos, like a backlog, to keep posting, so he had more than 7 months. I think I remember hearing that. Maybe I'm wrong, but... Either way, he made a new video, and unless it's the best deepfake of all time... Yeah, no, it's insane. But he's always... I mean, it almost doesn't surprise me. Did you see the little bag I made? Yes, I like it quite a lot. I forgot to respond to it because I was, like, having lunch or something. And so... How heavy was he? I don't remember. Very. Like, insanely heavy. He was like 600. I don't think he ever got 600. No. I don't think he was ever 600. He didn't look like it, at least. See, look at this. My opponent just didn't capitalize. What's 600? 600 pounds, I assume. He said he lost 250? 600 elo. Ah, that makes sense. I don't think Levy was depressed a year ago. Maybe he was. And he said he hated teaching little kids chess where the parents forced them to do it. I've experienced that as well, local. It really isn't fun. Teaching kids chess when the kids don't want to be there is miserable. It really is. I've been there. I've done that. But that's not the same as depressed. Yeah, we're talking about both. We're having two conversations at the same time, Ree. You forgot this is an ADHD stream. So, like, this is a fine start for him, but this is so... Like, why would you play this move against 1F3? He's so... like, this is such a timid move to play in this position. You play E5 here, 100%. You play the E5 100%, because you've got, like, this, and you could play E4. You could play D5. G6, honestly, I prefer G6, but E6 is just so slow. He's so scared. I don't know why. C5 was good here, though. He must still have an advantage in this position. I'd be surprised if he didn't. Yeah, it's like -1. Because like, it's so hard. I was thinking about taking here, but the problem with taking is I was just looking at this after takes, for example. I was like, okay, he's going to play knight c6, e5, and I don't have any recourse. And he's just going to take the full center. This is a perma weakness. It looks miserable. I did not want to play this. The computer gives f4 as an option, which f4 makes a lot of sense to play knight f3. No, f4 makes a lot of sense. Ooh, I'm gonna go crochet background. That's an honor. Okay, let me check. Aisha Speed versus Filipino bot. Should I analyze that game? Okay. Oh yeah, I did. Such a big L. Poor guy. But no, people taking avocado seriously, they were asking for it. The guy was so clearly in on the joke. Like, I mean, come on. I don't watch Speed. It's all children. At least I would assume it's all children. That's not true. It is children, because I know some kids who watch iShow Speed. I'm telling you, it's a good little bag. It's like a little pouch. Anyway, I only watch Alco based. I watch the content, but I respect the grind. I'm not sure how much I respect the grind. I physically recoil when I hear him. I mean, I forgot he actually has viewership, like crazy viewership. F4 is better here. I should have played F4. I played knight h3, which isn't terrible, because my point was I can come back to F2. I can either go up to F4 and try to pressure something, or I can come back to F2 to help support E4, which was my idea here. And additionally, I just want to get out of the way and castle without blocking my bishop, because the most natural move here is knight e2, but that gets the bishop trapped after c4. So knight h3 was my compromise. It's not very good, but Honestly, he's like half a step away from being able to just play e5 here. It's bad, of course, but it's like close. Like you play knight c6, I do like anything, you play e5 next move.
So you were undercover as one of the
I think it's a character, but
every employee there was wearing a hoodie so you could
oh, it'd be difficult. Okay. Yeah, whisper the video. We'll look at it after I lose a game. Speed plays chess? No. He just played a game of chess. At least I would assume so. I don't actually know what he does in his free time. He might play chess. Queen d2. I should have played f4. Yeah, f4 was... I almost played f4. Why didn't I play it? Queen b2. That's what I was scared of. And then once... Okay, knight b5. Look at that. Fearless. I was scared of queen b2, and so I wanted to support it with my queen first. I'm like surprised. I'm surprised how good this is for him. This is still -1. If he plays f5, supposedly he's holding on, which makes sense. I'd probably play knight d3 here, and now he goes h4, right? I understand. I'm not sure how I feel about his style of content. Obviously, I don't think he's evil or anything. I don't have any good proof of that. I mean, but even though, like, again, getting my knight to go backwards and then playing f5, this doesn't look that fantastic for me. Not there. I mean, I would play this. He's a pawn up, and he's clearly better, but it's playable. King h8, and then king h8 is just bad because it allows h3 here. And he tried h4, but then I just take. And now I'm already much better. Oh, I could sack the exchange. Oh, I'm so mad. I wanted to so badly. You don't understand how bad I wanted to sack the exchange. But I wasn't 100% convinced. But I guess rook h1 is just nothing. But I thought he could get out. That was the only thing I was unsure about. Because I wasn't sure how to keep him in, right? So if I do something like this, he gets out. Now, this is probably still winning anyway. To be fair, this is probably still winning because of how bad his king is, but I just thought, okay, why rush? Queen f3, bishop c5, knight d3, bishop e3, check. King e, this whole idea was so terrible. This is a huge weakness for me, and this is my only way of breaking through. So him trapping his own bishop in La La Land is so terrible. I know it looks pretty, but it's very anti-positional. And then g5. Yeah, and then this was a little bit cowardly. I like La La Land. Hey, you told me that. Yeah, and rook h3 is just a completely reasonable move. Computer actually thinks it's the best move, maybe knight e5, which I was considering knight e5 first. But just rook h3 just felt very natural, because what am I afraid of? Is he going to play, what, e5? Wait till this a little later, because he might have d3 or something, I don't know. I think it's a character, but I watched a stream yesterday of him visiting the Philippines, since the Philippines is my home country. I think there are some moments where his character breaks, like him seeing a homeless lady in the Philippines and giving money. Or I saw a clip years ago where he was on Omegle, and the girl mentioned being... I can say suicidal, right? I should be able to say suicidal. And speed changing character. Yeah, again, like I said, I don't think he's evil. Even if I don't particularly like or agree with his content style, I don't think he's like a terrible person. Self-unalive is a safer bet. I really hate the trend. I understand the demonetization stuff, but I hate the trend of having to purposely like soften the words and use such silly euphemisms. I don't care for it. I really don't. I understand why it exists, but I actually didn't know that. I actually don't know Monkey. I don't keep up with speed, really. Problem with Hans, like some people, is that the whole thing is a conspiracy theory and enters victim personality. Yeah, the Hans thing is weird. It's difficult because I also don't care for him as a character, so it makes it hard. Hey, congrats, Monkey. But the nice thing is that because I only stream for funsies and I really don't, it's not making me enough money to justify anything, I can say suicidal and not really face any negative consequences. Like if it's someone's living and saying suicidal gets you demonetized, then like I get it and I don't have any problem with people doing that, because what else are you going to do, right? But I am in the fortunate position where it's not something I have to worry about. Oh, I could get away with way more, I'm sure, but I'm just saying. What are my match finding settings? I think they're infinite both directions. I don't have any real preference either way. Well, there you go. Too bad I don't have an X, formerly known as Twitter, account. I deleted it a few weeks back. Don't regret it at all. Fantastic decision. Actually, I deleted it right before it became a trend. Like, right before, like, Mudahar did it and a bunch of other people did it. I think this is not good. You don't need an account to get canceled? Of course you do. What are you talking about? I'm immune to cancellation. That's how it works. That's the law. This might be the wrong play. I'm just... So here's my stupid plan. I'm going to take this knight and then play something with this knight and put pressure on this pawn. You see what I mean? You saw my message? No, I completely forgot it. What message? I think Speed is like extremely energetic, and sometimes his energy gets him doing things he shouldn't be doing, like jumping on tables in public, but he isn't evil at all, I believe. I would agree with that. And I would say, even if it's not like an intentional hyperactivity thing, to some degree, I do think he gets caught up in character. Now, I would still say that's his fault, if you will, but like I said, I don't think he's evil. Well, write a book, Rexplore. Like, why not? It's just a character to seek attention? Well, I mean, yes, I suppose. But the thing is, he's a content creator. Is there anything, like, morally wrong with, like, honest attention seeking when you're being a content creator? That, you know, that's kind of my point. It's absolutely attention seeking. He would tell you that, you know? That's my point. That's the thing. He would agree with you that's attention seeking. It's for fame, no one would care for a normal guy. Yeah, but I mean, like, yeah. But I don't think it's a big deal. I mean, now, I don't think it's a big deal in principle. I think he has done some stuff I don't really care for. And I would say, okay. You guys ready for a stupid comparison? It's almost like all the dream stuff. I really think it's more carelessness than it is malice. Try it, Rexplore. I mean, no one can make anything good until they start. I'd say YouTube content always prefers people with high energy. Wasn't Dream actively seeking out minors? No. To my knowledge, unless something has changed within the past few months, there was never any real allegations against Dream. It was all just fake stuff. Maybe. Again, to my knowledge, there's never been anything other than just, you know, people hating Dream and trying to ruin his career. To my knowledge. So he handled that terribly, but again, that seemed more irresponsible than malicious, because that was mostly stupid. I don't like love him as a person. I'm just saying, like, I don't read malice. Yeah, he's gotten so many like random allegations about doing weird stuff with kids, but to my knowledge, none of it has panned out. A lot of speedrunners have at some point. I don't think that's an excuse. Got chances. Like 1 in multiple trillion. Oh yeah, no. He cheated. There's no question about that, but I honestly believe his story that it was an accident. Now, the way he handled it afterwards means it's really unimportant that it's an accident, because he still handled it terribly, but I legitimately do believe his story. Dream gets a pretty unique amount of hate for everything he does. And this is pretty bad. Okay, I'll give it a peek right after. You're speedrunning, you should know better? Oh yeah, for sure. No, absolutely. I completely agree with that, Ree. But to me, that's not the question. Stupid? Yes. Does he deserve to be banned from the speedrunning, from Minecraft speedrunning? Absolutely, yes. Like, this isn't like a, oh, he didn't do anything wrong. He absolutely did stuff wrong. I just don't think he intentionally sat down and said, you know what? I'm going to cheat to get the world record in Minecraft. That's my point. That's my only point. I don't think that happened. This is probably a draw. I don't think he can win this. Okay, let me go into a pawn-up rook endgame then. Hey, never mind. Maybe I win this now. Fantastic. Why did he do that? Let's make his king go for a walk if it wants to get in. How do you cheat accidentally? Because he uses some mods that increase the chances of things happening for his speedrunning videos. Or you know, Minecraft speedrunner versus Hunter video series. His claim is that he uses mods to change the odds of things in that series, and so he forgot to turn those mods off when he was doing his actual speedrunning attempts. Minecraft Manhunt, yeah, that's his claim. More based if you decide to cheat than doing it accidentally? Absolutely. Being unbased is Dream's problem. Sounds reasonable? That's what I'm saying. Like, I look at, when I'm looking at this from like a bigger picture perspective, it doesn't make a ton of sense to me that he would cheat, just sit down and say, I'm going to cheat, and then cheat. Like, it doesn't make sense. And like the way he handled afterwards was horrible, but it looked more like a way a delusional innocent person would handle it than a guilty person, if that makes sense. That's what I mean, Callum. I really do believe it. Okay, I need to go to the bathroom. I will be right back. Prepare for a bit of Hassan stream. You know, they say dress for the job you want, so I'm working on it. No rebellion. Stop it. Stop it now. When I do Pokemon speedruns against a friend, we use mods for higher crit rates and better items, and I've left it on many times just in my casual ones. That is exactly what he claimed to do. Now, again, so I honestly do believe that that's what happened, but my problem is the way he handled it afterwards was like insanely terrible for everyone involved. And so a ton of people ended up getting hurt. Whoa, Ree, whoa. Slow down there, okay? A little bit trigger happy. Consider that a warning. Consider that a warning. Yeah, the default is 10 minutes. How do I adjust? It's / timeout, and then you type a time in seconds. So you would do / timeout, username, and then the duration in seconds. I forgive you partially. Fair enough. That's what you should do. We going to hit 2100 today, boys? Haven't been at 2100 in a while. I like this. Yes. No, that's just bullying. It is. It is just bullying. This is true. My chat is bugged now. Be right back. Look what you've done. Apologize again, forgot it deleted all messages. It does. That's what I use it for mostly. It's been a long time since I've banned someone for doing something bannable. Most of the time I just ban people to get rid of their messages if they say something I don't want in my chat. I'm playing this incredibly slowly and positionally. It's pretty cowardly if I'm being honest, but okay. Don't think he can afford to play E5 yet. I want to play C4, so what's the opponent's elo? It is currently, my opponent's elo is 2056. That's weird. Well, I see your message is just fine. Oh yeah, I show Speed said to me at the start that he's a top 10 player in the US, but he's number 56 worldwide. Oh, that's so funny. See that? That's content right there. I mean, we all knew that Speed was very content brained. Put that 2000 low life in his place? Exactly. That is fun. Hey, don't tempt me. I've wanted to speedrun Pseudo Regalia for a while, but I just don't have the time to grind it, honestly. I've got a job, and I'm going to start school again. Now, again, my job's only part-time, so it's not that terrible from a time perspective. Oh. I actually did that for a while back. I didn't actually ever submit a run, but I got pretty close. It would have to be a short speed run. Rook C1 is probably my next move. You really like the game? Will seem short? I don't think so. You forget, I don't replay games that much, just in general. If you got 2 wishes, what would you ask for? The first wish would be to have more wishes, and then the second one I decide later. No infinite. Okay, fair enough. Then my first wish would be to change the rules in order to allow myself infinite wishes, and then my second wish would be for infinite wishes. Is that better? Is that more acceptable? Rules are unbreakable. Well then, my first one would be to be able to break rules, right? Wish for the power to will my thoughts into existence. Yeah, exactly. Write down things on a piece of paper and wish them to come true. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's so easy. It's so simple. Do I go here or here? It has to be here, right? If he goes knight a5, he can't go knight a5. He's pinned. Yeah, no, I go here and then I play. Ooh. Provoking this is good because his bishop's now terrible, but like, do I go here or do I go here? Once again, same crisis. Mate in 42, yeah. Yeah, I'm not super cued into the Filipino lore, so. That's pretty good for him though. That's what's so interesting is it's happening. It used to happen, like it happened a few times with like Ninja when he streamed Fortnite with Drake or whatever, but it's happening more and more that these streamers and content creators are being recognized by traditional media and traditional celebrities, which is very interesting. I mean, it was always going to happen eventually, right? But not really a hard decision. I mean, going here was tempting because this pin was nice, and putting my rook here would threaten to win the knight, and so it's just a really nice position for my pieces. Honestly, this is a fantastic position for me. Everything I have is just placed very solidly. Okay. This is my worst piece. And so getting it to a good square is priority numero uno. This would be fantastic. I just don't want to fix this knight for him. It's not a very good piece. So letting him trade it off for one of my... I mean, that'd be bad knight for bad knight. So it's not exactly the worst trade of all time, but I feel like I can do better. Here is a little tempting. Try and get the bishop pair. I'm gonna go for it. I like the bishop pair. Manny Filipino boxer. Manny good boxer. Filipinos like Manny. Very good. I am now an expert on everything Filipino. Thank you. That was much easier than I expected it to be. Okay, he gave me the dark square. You know what? That's interesting. I did not expect him to give me the dark square bishop. If I take this and he plays bishop c6, what recourse do I have? f3, I guess. I don't love f3, but it's possible. Why don't you just win? Ah, I didn't think of that. I'll play f3 if I have to, but I'm not in love with it. I could play g4. And then, like, knight f4. Hold on a second. G4 walks in, but bishop f3 doesn't threaten anything. I could play g4. It really stunts his pieces. It's a little bit optimistic, but maybe he, after g4, he plays bishop g2, then I take his knight, then he takes on h3, threat of mate. But then I have, like, knight f4. This is... If it works, it's fantastic, but it might not work. It might be terrible. Yeah, because I have to deal with, like, bishop h1. Yeah, it doesn't work. I'm just going to play f3. Again, I'm not in love with this move, but it's not bad, probably, so. Reading minds randomly, a curse or a blessing? I don't know. I think it depends on the person. Because unless you were, like, very mentally put together, it would be a curse. Rule over money? Ruling over money wouldn't necessarily fix all socioeconomic issues. As an economist, that really wouldn't be as easy as it seems. But many? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think socioeconomic issues are historically pretty hard to fix. Rule over money would mean you'd be able to nobody will know you're spending the money into the market. But again, it's not that simple. Obviously that would help, but monetary policy is like shockingly complicated and difficult. It's not that simple. Short term, it would be nice. And I'm not saying you would make things worse, but it wouldn't be that easy. I'm telling you, Ree. As a genius, maybe you could find a way to do so. Well, I mean, yeah, but... I don't think you would have the power. What do you mean? No, but, like... Again, because what's knowledge without skill? I'm with you, Blob. Yeah, but... I don't know. But again, it's... The economy is a shockingly difficult thing to get right. Like, it seems on its surface to be just a, oh, you just do this and you're fine. It's really... I think if we can prove one thing about economics, it's that it's really hard. This rook is doing less than nothing. I'm moving it to a more active square. Queen c3 or queen c2. Well, my queen's good on this square. It's not a bad piece. My rooks, meanwhile, are... This rook is not a good piece. I mean, queen c3, queen c2 probably isn't terrible, but then my rook could be stuck on the back rank. I couldn't jump my rook over my queen. Okay. My plan initially was to just take that. The opposite color bishops should help me, especially since I'm a pawn up. There's no bishop b5 weirdness. It allows e4 as well. I don't really want to play e4. I'm pretty okay with the pawn structure as it is right now. His knight is pretty well shut out of the game. And I don't exactly want to give that up. Again, e4 might be an eventual idea, but it really wasn't something I was pushing for. e4 gives him counterplay. And while it's good for me, he does get counterplay. It's kind of forced after bishop d5, bishop takes d5, ex d5, e4. You're saying bishop d5 here? My intention was to play rook c5, rook c5 there. And what makes you think I would take the knight? I would take the bishop there. I don't really want to. I'd rather him take. I don't want to give him this capture. Again, the pawn structure really benefits me currently. I wouldn't play the queen c3 though. I'm arguing against queen c3 because I don't think it is productive. This knight is currently doing nothing. You should be doing that, yeah, but I don't think that's easy. King f1, best move. Unironically, moving the king to get the knight to g... No, it doesn't. No, the king moves are bad. I try to justify it. I'd rather not pin my knight, actually. King f1 is playable is a bit strong. It looks pretty bad. Knight f4. Knight f4 looks reasonable, but I thought that this was better, going to e4. This looked better to me. Yeah, look how passive he is in this position, you know? Look, he's holding on by a thread here. He's holding on by a thread. His pieces are all terrible. His position's falling apart. His king safety is bad. His pawn structure is bad. See, now we can talk about e4. Is a4 a good move? There I take it, I think. Yeah, and then I play rook here. That's pretty bad for him. Here he goes bishop here. I play e4 in that position. Rook takes here. I can play queen takes there. It looks pretty terrible. King f2 doesn't seem that bad. This might be stupid, but I think this is genius. Because I get in, you know? Why didn't he just take the pawn? The outcome is the same. He was trying for counterplay. It's a desperation move. That felt like a pretty clean game. I would analyze it, but I want to get 2100 first. Hello, Psychic. I'm on a 3-game win streak. We're doing pretty well. And the first game, move 1, I mouse slipped F3 on my first move, and I still won. It's Desperado? Yeah, he's desperate. We're back to it. Getting to 2100. I mean, we'll see, right? I'm getting the 220. I mean, I should be. I think I am, but time will tell, right? I reached 1905 by playing like 5 games. It happens, you know. Sometimes you just go on a streak. Hydrate? Oh, I missed it. I'm in a weird position. Go buy a drink? Yeah. So here's my plan. I'm going to dominate the light squares completely and utterly to prevent him from getting any counterplay with his dark squared bishop. That's the plan. Got scammed? Nah. Fake news. I'm going to make him regret even learning what a light square is. Oh yeah, Bob got accused of cheating. Hey, that should be a compliment. I could play h5 here. It's a little bit provocative. Point is if push, I push, right? I've been accused of cheating before. It happens, you know. I like to consider it a compliment. Like, the other person can't conceive of someone playing as good chess as I did. So they're like, no, it can't be. No, but it happens, you know. Okay, my goofy, silly idea was that now I have queen d6 and the knight's actually hanging. Which is so stupid. But, like, f3 creates weaknesses, right? I'm trying to take advantage of the weaknesses that f3 creates. Well, people do stupid stuff all the time. I don't think saying it's stupid is necessarily an argument in the sense that it proves that you weren't doing whatever it is. Unless they accuse you of using worse fish. Is that really cheating, though? Hello, Gloin. So you changed your profile picture. Look how terrible his bishop is. Again, this is my game plan. I'm not sure if I'm doing it super well. I'm very new to these openings, but this is the game plan, or my game plan. Think that's elo throwing? Yeah, okay, so it's not cheating, it's sandbagging, which is like the opposite of cheating. I think I could play knight c4 now. Right? Because if he pushes, takes is a thing, right? Does he have some weirdness like this? You always could? No, because I didn't want to give him e4. I wanted to at least make his life difficult. What, did you switch from the Dutch? Yeah, I'm considering it. I haven't done like an official switch, but I haven't made it official, but I'm strongly considering it. I was not having the success with the Dutch that I wanted to. It happens. G6 could be a move. I don't like making knight d6, definitely not right. Maybe. But I don't know what his next move is, so. Check after the game? I will. I'm curious. I probably had something, but I was having trouble seeing what it was. Thought rook e7. Rook e7, I think he plays e4 though. E4 here, I'm not worried because I take his bishop, but I like the background song. I'm telling you, we got good stuff here. Yeah, this dentist guy came to my stream, and he's been here a few times. Chill dude. To my knowledge, he actually is a dentist. Did you add any new ones? I haven't in a while now. I could win a pawn here. It's very greedy to win the pawn, but I definitely could win a pawn here, objectively. I'm a greedy guy. Play something from Scrapyard. It's on there, and I'm shuffling. It'll come up eventually. Oh, wait, Scrapyard? I don't think I've put any songs from Scrapyard on there. I need to do that eventually. Anko, I learned from your lesson for the Catalan not accepting draws. I haven't lost an IRL game in the Catalan yet. I'm telling you, man. King f2? King f2 is interesting. It's risky, but it's interesting. Either way, I still take the pawn. Okay, I'll tell you what I wanted to do. I want to play g6. G6 might be stupid, though. Doesn't look stupid. Oh, wait, it is stupid. Hold on, is it? No, f5 looks like a waste of time, but no, this was dumb. I shouldn't have played this. What does it take to go from 1900 to 2000? If my math is right, about 100 elo. Okay, this I wasn't scared of. I was scared of queen h6. I think I had queen f8 though, so it's fine. Because if I take the knight, he takes my knight, which is the thing I missed. Practice and consistency? Yeah, consistency is the big one. Consistency makes a difference at so many different levels. It's so crazy how important consistency is. Or how important it becomes. Queen h6, no threat? Yeah, the threat's mate. What do you mean no threat? The threat is checkmate. And if you take my knight, I take yours. No gx f5? If g takes f5, I take the black knight. That looks fine to me, because then check here and the rook skid in. If I take here, then after take, so he can rook lift. It looks real scary. I don't care for it. Must be a mathematician or something? Sheesh. That's the economics. It's like psychology math. I'd go for it. I would go for it as white. As white, it looks like you sacked a piece to get that position, but you haven't sacrificed anything. I'm telling you, white's probably winning there. Now, the benefit is, in this position, if queen h6, I actually don't have to take the knight. I can go queen f8. So that's why I was not panicking, but I still didn't love it. That's a trapped knight. The problem is if I go here, he plays e6. Still trapped, I suppose. Just a bad night. h7? What do you mean h7? Knight h7? That's the other square I'm considering, but I still think he has knight e6. Not knight e6, pawn e6. I missed pawn e6 at the end of this line. I like g4 for black. Yeah, no, g4 in these positions I'm not scared of. I'm scared of knight d7 or knight h7 followed by e6. No, I don't think g4 is the problem. I don't think it's bad for white, but I don't think it's the problem. He's absolutely playing e6. Now, the good news is if he doesn't play e6, I play rook e6 and I'm winning. But, or at least I think I'm winning. I guess he could play g4 here. I guess that's what you were saying, but I don't know about that. Knight h7, e6, just f6. No, because then he gets like weird knight f7 stuff. And then after knight f7, he can bring his queen in. That looks very uncomfortable. He let me get away with this? What? Why? Am I stupid? What is he threatening? What is he... Why? Ah, he wants to play knight f5. Okay, it's knight f5. I saw it. We're good. Oh, it's actually really annoying to stop. That's like king f8 or something. That's actually super annoying. That's actually super annoying. Perfect music for relaxing chess? Yeah, it is. Again, it's Drac colored yarn. Interesting. You have g5 then after knight f7? I don't think... that looks terrible. I really don't... It's not double-edged. His king isn't open. Only my king's open. I know, I'm just making fun of you, Ree. It'd be double-edged if both of our kings were open. That's not the case. I'm the only one with the weaknesses. That's not double-edged. That's just bad. I'm looking to maybe cash out with queen e7. But your rook's coming to play then? I don't think it matters. My rook's... There's still no weaknesses. Weaknesses make you stronger? In chess? No. In real life? He's sacrificing a full rook? That must have been an accident. There's no way he thinks this is worth a rook. There's no way. It's gotta be... He must have missed that. Now what? That's what I'm thinking. Oh, he resigned. That's what. I'm pretty okay with that resignation. I wasn't sure what my next move was. He should not have resigned there. I had less time and a complex position. Obviously, I'm winning, but like, I think you didn't notice. Yeah, maybe. Check 96. When? Oh, earlier. Yeah. Okay, this game I definitely didn't play as well. Hey, but 2100, boys. -96 isn't best, but it's not terrible. It takes it from like minus 0.5 to plus 0.3. It's not horrible, but it's passable. It's fine. Rookie 7? I'm telling you, Rookie 7, he plays E4 and it's terrible for me. This is what I said during the game. Rookie 7 is met by E4, and what's my next move? That's the whole point. That's the problem in my position. If I can prevent E4, I'm doing great. Now, computer wanted this. I'm not sure why, but say he goes back. Then it plays knight d6. It wants to trade queens. Okay, that's fair. Forgot the knight is protected by the pawn. Now, again, e4, technically I can take there because my queen guards it. But even if I do, I haven't solved the problem. d5 is coming. His bishop gets in. This is fantastic for white. This is utterly fantastic. Knight h7 line, that's also terrible. I'm telling you, man, it's awful. Knight h7, okay. You're saying knight h7 here, right? Yeah, knight h7, e6, it's +3. I told you knight h7 was losing. Nobody listens to me. This is completely terrible. Look, what do you play here? What are we looking at? f6, knight f7, g5. Just h takes. Very bad. Very, very bad. Even with my knight d7, e6 was still probably terrible for me. Which is why I'm shocked he didn't play it. Yeah, this is still awful. What I was going to try to do is I was going to try and do this, which is probably losing, but I'm telling you, man, it's terrible. No, I missed how strong knight f5 was. We both missed knight f5. Mate in 43, that's funny. Like, in this position, he can just play knight f5 and he wins. Which, we both missed this, thankfully for me. Which, this is disgusting. Oh. Oh, that's just cruel. Yeah. No, not queen h6, just e6. Yuck. Not queen h6 is an option, but you could also just take the knight. Very bad. Very, very bad. Thankfully, he missed it. So after knight d7, he played this, which is a terrible move. This is a really awful move. I am not sure what he was thinking. Was he afraid of me taking this pawn? That's so much not what he should be thinking about right now. Because he gave me time to play rook e6, which, again, this is also terrible, evidently. I should have played queen f8. But I'm a coward, so I played wrong. King h7. Okay, but wait. King h7, what was I afraid of here? Can't you just take this? Am I stupid? Queen f8. And the knight's trapped again. Wait. Yeah, the knight's trapped again. Oh, that's so silly. Look at this. That's so silly. Okay, I thought that was losing. I calculated it, but I thought I was losing. Then he just gave me a rook. I mean, we'll take it. Okay, now I want to look at one of the previous games, and then we'll look at the iShowSpeed game. I felt like I played pretty clean until that last one. That last one was kind of bad. My opening was fine, though. A win is a win. Oh, no, I'll take it. I take it. Don't get me wrong. It's just, I'm not going to pretend like I played a clean game of chess there. Knight d6 wasn't the problem, I'm telling you. This is just... I played the most boring game of chess ever against this guy. Very dry positional stuff. Just, I'm playing principled, rational chess, nothing else. But I'm already +2. See, this is why positional chess is so great. It's because nobody knows how to play it. I played no exciting moves this entire game. I played nothing even remotely exciting, and I'm +2 on move 13. Goes to show. b5, bishop d5, e6, bishop a2, queen e7, rook c1. Okay, give me a second. It was g4. It was g4. And then you play f3 afterwards. Oh my gosh, it was g4. Do you know how close I was to playing this? Do you know how close I was? I got scared of something here. What did I get scared of? Like this or something? No, but that wasn't... was it this that I got scared of? I mean, it's all terrible for him, obviously. Maybe it was like in here. Oh, but I can just sack on e6 in this position. Oh my gosh. So obvious. So obvious. I was so close to playing g4. Oh, I'm so mad. I was so close to playing g4. And I cowered it out right at the last minute. And the reason I cowered it out is because I missed f3 in this position. I was like, oh, what do I do here? d5, this... I mean, I guess d5 works too. Yeah, I missed blocking with a pawn, pretty much. Any of these moves works. I was just like, oh wait, if I go here, you can play knight takes, and now this is really hard. But no, it's simply f3 and he has nothing. His bishop's trapped. Fantastic. What after bishop f3? Bishop f3 before? Bishop f3, I just take the knight. I don't care. I just take the knight. Again, that's the thing. g5 threatens the knight. And if you don't play some fancy bishop move after g4, then you have to go knight g7, which this is hideous. Look at his pieces here. He doesn't have any pieces. And my plan was knight f4. Bishop takes f3. Well, you saw. I just take the knight. I don't care. No, but in this position, this is hideous. Look at this. His knights are all stuck. Knight. This is the closest thing he has to a knight move, but I just go back to d3 and go to c5, which was my plan anyway. And he doesn't have any pieces. This is such a quintessential bad position for black. Sheer positional domination. But I cowered it out because of bishop h1 and I missed f3. Check queen c3. Okay. Let's find when that actually happened. It was here that you want queen c3, right? Or was it a move later? No, it's here. It's here. I don't understand this move. I don't get it. Like, what's your point here? What's the goal of queen c3? You're not threatening anything. I don't understand this move. Obviously, it's not bad for white, but like, I don't see how it improves the position. The computer wants g4 now, which is pretty funny. g4, e4, and take all the center. Here, bx, ex, e4. This pawn hangs, though. Am I wrong? It just hangs a pawn. You're right. Again, it just doesn't accomplish anything. Why is the queen better on this square than it is on this square? To me, to my vision, it only blocks the rook. The queen is doing everything it needs to on this square. And plus, putting the queen opposite the rook is just counter-principled. It's not terrible. It's just I don't see how it improves my position. Plus, I like my queen on this diagonal. It can sneak in some lines, right? After e4, like, okay, hold on a second, you know? I'm pretty happy with my queen placement. This is my problem. This is my problem piece. Also this, but more this. And so, honestly, playing rook c2 was wrong because I should have been prioritizing the knight. The only thing about this position is I wasn't sure exactly what I was doing here. Or I just go queen a2 and I win this pawn, because if you go here, I play e4 and push you back. and you don't accomplish anything. Same if you go this way. I play a4 and I push you back. And you don't accomplish anything. So I didn't think about that. I was like, I don't really want to block this whole file. But it was better. Alright, rook c2 is fine. Knight c4 is a horrible blunder, because now I just play this and the game is over. I'm up only a single pawn, but he's got so many huge problems. Look at all of his pieces. They're all backwards. This bishop is attacking nothing. This queen is attacking nothing. This rook is attacking nothing. This rook is attacking nothing. This knight is attacking nothing. All of his pieces are completely inactive. Yeah, queen a2 is just... the queen doesn't have to defend this pawn anymore. It is not doing anything on the square. So now I can move it, right? Again, it's all about making your pieces do something. My queen in this position is actually quite valuable because this pawn is a little bit weird. And it supports my rook. It supports the knight. It's doing okay. But now, it's accomplished its mission. I need it to go somewhere else. And this diagonal is so weak. The playing rook d7, which I actually didn't expect rook d7. I was surprised by this move. But playing rook d7 prevents the bishop from coming back to d7, and that weakens this pawn indirectly, which is so funny. The fact that playing rook d7 weakens this pawn like twice is crazy. So the knight comes here, and then the queen comes here, and now everything's tied up. He's completely tied down. I could, like, play h4, h5 if I wanted to in this position. I can play literally anything I want, because he's basically in Zugzwang. He might as well be in Zugzwang. He has no good moves. The closest thing he has to a good move is the idea of playing rook d5. So if I goof around too much, he'll play rook d5 and try and trade. But then I could just go back. It still doesn't do anything. He still doesn't have any plans. Still no moves. His pieces are all terrible. His pawn structure is terrible. His king safety is terrible. He has no space. He's been completely positionally smothered. And so now I played rook c3 first, preempting rook d5. And then I went knight c5. And again, just, there's no rush. I can afford to do this. And then a4 was a nice little... I think this was a nice way to finish it off. There was, I'm sure, a number of other ways. This was just most obvious to me. Like, evidently, I could have sacked the knight immediately, which makes perfect sense, because I just go here afterwards and I take the rook. Yes, you can play queen takes d4 check. It doesn't accomplish anything. Then I take your rook and the game ends. So that's fine too. But to me, this is just so elegant, because this entire position falls apart. I like this game. This was a nice one. Okay, where's that other one I played? This one, he just gave me the win. I don't know. I don't understand this one. He played into a endgame which was definitely far better for him, but I don't know if it was fully winning. I think it was, but he messed it up. And instead of taking the draw, yeah, I think he was winning. But instead of taking the draw, he decided to push too hard and gave me the win. Happens, right? Yeah, he was completely winning. It was like -5. No, he was completely winning. I messed up bad. This was all correct. For the record, I want to say that for all my goofy silliness, this was the correct plan. Which is so funny. But I just rushed it. I can just play b3 and put pressure on this long term. I don't need to play as quickly as I did. You know, takes and I play queen takes, and this is going to be a big problem. So, I rushed. b3 a hard find? It shouldn't be. I'm a Catalan player. b3 is such a Catalan move. It's not that difficult. Back, anything I missed? No, we're just analyzing games. The games I played. And here I just really overestimated my position. I did not think about how easily he would be able to push that pawn. I really underestimated it. And then rook d8 guarantees a draw. Rook d8 was terrible. Rook d8 and I get perpet, pretty much. I get perpet or I get to win the pawn. Because you come this way, you can't even come this way. And you do anything and I take your pawn and then you're no longer winning. Which, this is just even worse because he gives me the other pawn. And now, the problem is that while in general, king in 3 versus king in 2 is either really hard to win or maybe even a draw, his king is over here goofing off in the Bahamas. It's not doing anything. It's trapped. And then he just resigns here because this is a very simple win. He deserted the kids. Poor guy. Rook f7. It's a very simple win. It's just technique. You can check me if you want. It's simply technique. Not even particularly difficult technique. Very simple stuff. Okay. So, back to 2100. Good stuff. Now, time for the real content. Let me see here. Okay. So, the difficulty here is going to be seeing if I can actually determine what moves they played. So we're going to go position by position. Okay, Speed had the black pieces. Mr. Boxerman played e4, which, let me call something out. They set up the chessboard correctly. I know it's a low bar, but so many people don't pass that, so I'm pretty happy about that. Oh yeah, I know. Okay, so that's a funny start. Speed played this. Speed played this. And his opponent was like, excuse you. And so he moved it back. Strong start. And then just a knight f3. Initially set up the pawns on the 8th rank. Yeah, I mean, I would say pretty clearly from the way this turned out, he doesn't play chess a lot. Which, no shame in that. Again, he's doing it for the content. I respect it. Like, look, he plays b5 here. This is content happening right now. Is this over the board? Yes, that's why I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it over the board. This is content. Because Speed played b5 and the opponent played bishop e2. That's content. He could have just taken this pawn, but no. Content, bishop e2. And then Speed played h5. Again, this is typical amateur chess stuff. Typical I don't play chess stuff. Okay, this. Weird, but knock yourself out. Speed tried to take the pawn here. Because he got a bit confused as to how knights move. Then b4. And then Speed was like, oh wait, no, you're attacking my knight. And then he would try to go here. He's like, oh, you're still attacking my knight, so he went here. Yeah, no, because the definition of play chess is different for a lot of people, right? Then he was like, hold on a second, never mind, I don't actually want to go there, I want to go this way. And then Mr. Boxerman took the pawn. Speed took here. Took here. Again, it's rook b8. Bishop c4. You know, my mom plays better than this? White isn't playing that bad. White really isn't playing that bad. Again, speed plays chess in the sense that he knows how to move the pieces. I probably could, but like I don't see the point. I mean, should I? Oh, that's a funny pause. I mean, I doubt speed would mind, but... And then Speed tried to take the bishop, and he was like, oh, wait, no. White, this looks like he tried chess before. No, no, no. White is a very beginner chess player. Black is someone who knows how to move the pieces. And I don't mean that as, like, an insult. Right? There's no shame in not being an expert at chess. It's not like a, oh, you're just a... Yeah, like Speed asked him what castling was right now. And also his queen, and Black's queen is hanging. And he was hanging, that is what happened. And then for some reason, and then Speed tried to play this, but his opponent's like, oh, your queen's hanging, bro. So they're doing this. Yeah, no, obviously I would get stomped in boxing. And they both missed that Black can take there, but okay. And then Rook E8. Oh, of course. Like, again, saying someone... Rook E1. Yeah, pardon me. I get Rook E1 and Rook E8 mixed up. Again, I'm telling you. I'm sure this is the same thing if, like, me and some other chess player, or if, like, me and some, like, Dota player or something went boxing. I'm sure this was what our boxing would look like, where it's, like, complete, you know, like, a disaster. And then I was like, this, I'm not sure when this got played, but it got played at some point. Then this happened. And then the king went back. And then... Knight D2. And then Speed tried to play rook takes pawn. Again, they're just two guys goofing off with the board game. You forgot? No, yeah. That was like this, then this, then this. Queen here. King H7 is the only legal move. I'm unsure what White's plan is. No, I'm not listening to sound. And then the knight check. And then takes the rook. Can't tell if the weird freezing is on me or if it's their stream. Then takes the bishop. Oh my gosh. What pawn do you want me to check with? Speed said the A pawn. Smart guy. Clever guy. Yeah, Speed's kind of getting cooked. No back rank? No, there's a rook on A1. No worries. Queen E2 is a strange choice. check and wins the rook? Come on, come on. You think black wins these? No, he just takes the pawn. Again. Speed plays chess like a board game, and the opponent plays chess like a beginner sportsman. And then he takes it back.
Let's do this.
And then Speed is clearly getting a little bit frustrated. Which, I mean, makes sense. And then they knocked over this pawn, and when they set it up, they accidentally moved it here. Up, but they noticed and they moved it back. Another check. I would play d7. But it was like this, then this, then this. I mean, he did it the other way around, but same difference. Queen c7? Rook b8 makes sense? No, no, no. Speed is clearly getting better as he plays the game. It's one of those sorts of things. Queen here, king up, check, and then he takes the rook. I'm assuming. Now he asks him, which pawn do you want me to checkmate me with? Yeah, now, no. White is now asking black, which pawn do you want me to checkmate you with? Which pawn do you want me to checkmate you with? And Speed, being the clever guy he is, says the A pawn. And Speed, and they agree to, okay, now White has to checkmate with the A pawn specifically, or it counts as a loss. So the king was already here. It was already here. I don't know how. Oh yeah, he didn't play here. He played here. Sorry. And then check. And Speed is trying to be a funny, clever guy and say, hey, I can play this move now because you said you were going to checkmate me with the A3 pawn, so you can't take my king. The problem is Speed doesn't understand that this isn't a move that you can play and get captured. It's illegal. Like, it's against the rules of chess to move your king into check. Because Speed is younger? Nah. He played this anyway. Opponent goes here. Goes back. I'm actually curious to see how he does this. You'd have to corral the king. Doing it without stalemate is a pain. Here. And check, guarding the rook through the king. Just queen already? I think they only have one queen because it's over the board, so I think he's intentionally not queening. Okay. F1. I don't care for this move. Back here. Takes this. Okay. Speed, this is your chance. Oh, never mind. He takes it. He didn't take it back, but he didn't like finish the capture. Again, I'm turning this up to double speed. A good chess set can come between two queens for both colors though, but most don't. Forget a good one should. They don't. And then only legal move is here. They'll find it eventually. You can make a rook as well, no problem. Does that count? I guess they are counting. I guess they're letting him make a rook. Shame. Oh, you mean for the queening? Oh yeah, but most people don't do that. And then this, and then for some, I don't sure exactly how the moves went. You place the pawn with the coin too? Yeah, again, but most people don't play like that. I've done it. I mean, I did an upside down rook the other day. I generally turn available piece upside down. Yeah, the upside down rook. It's classic. Oh, sorry here. How would you do this? Okay, so step one would be here to get the king onto this one. Then here, then here, then here, then here. Sorry, he moved here first. I didn't do it correctly. Also, hi, Anti. And then he walks the king all the way up to here, moves here, then the pawn goes here, then here, then here. Again, they're moving pretty fast. So how'd you do this? You would go here, waste a move, here, check, here, mate, right? That's, yeah. No, not a draw. He has these two squares. No, but this is how you do it. Yeah, that's what he did. He went, it was in this position, he pushed, here, check, here, mate. Clever. No, but he has to mate him with the A pawn, remember, Void? It was a whole thing. It was a whole thing. He was trying to mate him with the A pawn. Forgot, no problem. I mean, this is the way you checkmate with that pawn. Pretty clever on White's part. Okay, so interesting. Again, Speed clearly knows how to move the pieces, but he doesn't know much more than that. And the opponent plays chess every once in a while for funsies. Which I respect it. I respect it. I'm telling you, I don't subscribe to the idea of, what's the word I'm looking for? Like superiority complexes, because every sport needs a casual following in order to survive. And so having people who are content to just chill at their low to medium level of chess, not a bad thing at all. And I mean, I know that's a pretty cold take and most people agree with that, but you know, there have been people who have disagreed. Sounds like me? Eh. I'm only like a 2100chess.com currently. It's not that high. One moment. You know, what's the average elo? Oh, I think it's lower than people expect. Let me remember. Let me see if I can. $2,000? No, not even close. Here we go. I don't know if you can see this graph here, but I'm pretty sure average elo is like, by this, like 500. It's like 500, I'm telling you guys. 800 is all the way over here. I'm telling you guys. Most people are chilling. I'm pretty sure this is counting people who played in the last 90 days. That's usually what they do. I think. I think this is last 90 days. Regularity is relative? Oh yeah, for sure. I'm pretty sure it's last 90 days. Again, most people are just chilling. Do 4 puzzles a day, daily in my 3 free ones. Yeah, so you just relax. You just enjoy it. Because having a casual chess community is such a new thing. There's this weird expectation for chess, almost more so than other sports / esports, to kind of have to get better, you know? Also, I forgot there was a queue. I think local already left. No, he's not. He's still here. Ah, we're chilling. So, in like chess culture, it's weird. What was my blitz again? Actually, I know I played a bit of blitz just to grind it up some. And I've pivoted my my midnight chess to be bullet. So I played a lot more bullet recently just because I've been playing it casually when I have nothing else to do. I haven't been gaining elo, but I've just been chilling. But blitz, I've gotten my blitz up a little. I'll leave soon. Next person can take my spot. Okay, that's pretty much only void. Like limited, and people don't want that. It's not really limited though, because you just don't value being better at chess over other things in your life. There's nothing wrong with that, right? You don't have you can't, but you also on top of don't have to be the best at everything you do. And so chess can just be something that you're satisfied being mid-level at and just enjoying it, you know, playing with your friends and playing some online and then move on with your life, right? That's only limited from a very narrow perspective. This game isn't much, but I like it. Okay, we'll see. Black Narcissus. Is this a new account or did you just change your name? Wow. My words are slurred together something fierce there. Okay. Takes. I see 6. Change name. Fair enough. Knight c6, queen d3. Favorite flower name? That's an interesting name of a flower. I did not know that. Learn something new every day. Okay. d6. Okay, sure. It's a dahlia. Should be 3 e6. Okay, we've transposed into like a goofy version of the Scheveningen, but it's not like the Scheveningen because the Scheveningen has the knight on d4, so it's like a bad Scheveningen for It's also a psychological trait. True. Narcissism. Narcissus is narcotic in Latin. Oh, I didn't know that. Interesting. I was thinking Narcissus like the Greek god. Maybe that's not how you pronounce it, but you know, the one who died because he stared at himself in the mirror so much because he thought he was so handsome. You know what I'm talking about? It's where we get narcissism from. It's probably Narcissus or something. I'm probably getting it wrong. It is... No, it's Narcissus. I'm right. A figure from Greek mythology who was impossibly handsome that was so impossibly handsome that he fell in love with his own image reflected in a pool of water. Yeah. And then he died. I don't know. I don't think so. Not that much. H4, A6, H5. I think it's tenuous. B5. Yeah, white. I see what white's going for here, right? They're going for like the English attack sort of idea. But the problem here is twofold. There's two problems. If there were one problem, this would be fine, but not great for white. But since there are two, it's quite bad. Problem number one is white wasted a tempo in the opening by playing queen takes and then moving the queen back. So white is now down a tempo in a Sicilian where he's trying to play an attack. That's already really bad. Problem number two is in this line specifically, black has not created any pawn weaknesses on his king side. There's no g6, there's no h6, and so it's very difficult and will take a long time for white to break through, because let's say I play a6 like happened in the game. You go h5, worst case scenario, I can try and play h6 here. I'm not saying this is a good move, but you can. You wanted f4 but wasted a tempo? Yeah, but you get f4 after you take here anyway. That's a normal thing. Additionally, if memory serves, again, if memory serves, this is like very clearly not what you're supposed to do. So I'm going to assume we play like directly into a Sveshnikov, which I'm pretty sure is this. Not Sveshnikov, a Scheveningen. I get Scheveningen and Sveshnikov confused. And then the problem in this line is you could play immediate g4 and take advantage of the knight, right? But because he moved his queen the way he did, he can't play g4 immediately, which is the best way to play an attack here. So he really has shot himself in the foot before he's even started, which is the big problem with playing the Sicilian at a low to mid level, is that if you don't know a lot of the ideas, then you can end up like making a bad move that's not that terrible, but like is counter positional within the first like 5 moves and not be able to play the correct plan. In this game, he can't play the correct plan anymore because of this move. Right? So he can still play chess, and it's not terrible, but he doesn't have the most tempting option. G4 has to wait. And that's already making things far worse than it could have been. B5, H6, G6. Bishop D4 is also the wrong plan. You have to try and push F5 here. Have to. You might even want to play it now, just to try and get anything. It's probably not even good because your queen is blocking your light squared bishop, which is another problem. Again, you can play these sorts of poor lines where you take early with the queen and retreat slowly and do okay because it's positionally not that terrible. But if you try and play quickly, then that wasted tempo becomes such a huge difference. And now he just traded off his dark squared bishop for a knight when the dark squares are his only strength, and it's just counter principled all the way home. E5, very good. E5 I'm happy with. You should be. That's a good move. Rook A D8, very nice. Knight D5, knight X D5, EX D5, bishop F6, rook E1, rook takes D5. Very nice. A little spooky. Why not with bishop? No, you don't have bishop anymore. Yeah, no, that makes sense. You have to block the checkmate, right? Again, this is just tactical complications that you figured out. That's it. Tactical complications. You found at the end you have queen e5, which is very good. Blitz game too. Blitz game though? Yeah. Which makes the opening blunder even more impactful. and then just clean victory. Yeah, you basically played only good moves. I can totally see why you got 92% accuracy. There wasn't a bad move in this game. It was all very calm, reasonable stuff. Again, you understood the objective. You understood the point of the opening. Your opponent did not. And so you just bashed his head in with very little effort. Because his ideas were just wrong. And your ideas were correct. Again, this really made your life easier, because while you were also winning, if you tried for any F5 stuff, like, he could have maybe complicated things a little. You know, trying something like this. That's his biggest mistake. It might just be. You know, and threaten F5. He can try. It's not good, but he has to try. But in the game, he just gave it to you on a silver platter. Then E5 is nice. It forces the issue. Another interesting option the computer is giving is B5. Not B5, B4. The point being is if you take with queen, I get to play D5, which is already very nice. And if you move your knight anywhere, then I can play bishop takes E4 and threaten mate, which is cute. It's cute. Also likes E5 because you get queen takes off 4 check. Also cute, but to me, E5 is just the simplest. It's just very, makes your life easy. D5 I thought was bad. Evidently it's not, just because you have this. After king B1, you take on F3, and he's not threatening anything, you're just up a piece. This is scary, but he doesn't have anything. Dude, I finally changed from LastPass to Proton Password Manager. It's so much better. I'm telling you, I'm not I should be sponsored. I should reach out to Proton for a sponsorship. Anyway, I'm telling you, Proton Pass is so much better than LastPass. I mean, it's a low bar, right? Because LastPass is pretty terrible at this point, but also Proton Mail. Man, you should have told me. They were doing a thing where the subscription, you could do a duo subscription for way cheaper than 2 individual subscriptions. I think it's over, but I'm assuming you're doing it for free for now, though. Yeah. I did free for 3 months. Yeah, it makes sense. They do offer quite a lot in the free tiers, which makes sense. I kind of have to, because getting people to move away from Google is tough. Yeah, it adds a lot of stuff for the individual apps, which, I mean, I find it worth it, but it's one of those things, right? Yeah, this is clean stuff. Okay, Void, I think I'll play you one more time and then I'll dip. I have a tournament tomorrow, and so I have to be able to get up on time. They don't offer a browser, right? I mean, search engine, maybe? No, they do not. Search engine I'm considering is a different thing. I haven't pulled the trigger on that yet. I'm waiting to start getting my paycheck for the increased amount of work that I'm doing. And when that starts, I'll relook at my finances and see if I can afford the paid search engine. Good luck on your tournament. Thank you. It's a short casual thing, you know, like a blitz tournament from a neighboring chess club. So it's not super intense, but I want to do it anyway. I like playing in those tournaments. I think it's fun. Okay. Strange opening, but I'll take it. I like this. I like playing this way as white. It's very low risk. Okay. I would rather play I would rather play d4 here, honestly. d3 is so timid. I don't think it's necessary. I think you could just pull the trigger on d4. Because what's he going to do? Play knight c6? That's not scary. Worst case scenario, if you're afraid of him taking, which I'm not even sure you should be, but if you are, you can play bishop e3. Now, whether or not he can actually take this is another matter entirely. What if he plays king to h8? Then you just resign. No. Queen x? Okay, well, if he plays queen takes first, then you play queen takes, bishop takes, and then knight b5. Right? Bishop e5? Oh, bishop e5 is easy because you play rook e1. More threatening to me is c5. But the point here is you get the bishop pair, and I think the bishop pair is worth it, especially since this knight is completely shut down. I would definitely rather play this for white. Life is simpler for black. In this position, this isn't simple. Black is playing against a very strong bishop pair. Bishop pair in an open board. White is fully developed, has very easy open files for his rooks, and this knight is completely shut down. This is hardly simple. Like, just where do you move this rook? First question. Wherever you move it, I attack the other one. Okay, rook e8. Rook e8. Sure. Rook a d1. You said e5. f4. This is cute. I like this a lot. The point, of course, being rook takes f4, and this is a problem. Just take. Take. Rook takes. You have to play bishop e6 now. I think that's pretty obvious. This is the only move. We can agree upon that, right? Then rook f takes. And now you're playing... Worst case scenario, you're playing bishop versus knight, when your bishop is dominating his knight and he's got a long-term weakness on f7. Bishop takes? Sure. You're playing bishop versus knight with equal material, and you have access to the 7th rank almost immediately. This is simply a better endgame for white. Rook AC. Okay. Your knight is very nearly trapped. This is simply a better endgame for white. And it's just because of how strong the bishop pair is. This is simply the bishop pair being the bishop pair. You have the bishop pair in development, more than enough compensation. It's not that easy to play. I'm not saying this is something you should have seen. I'm just saying it's an interesting option. I would have played d4 anyway, though, just because of bishop e6 here, and I'm not that scared. Maybe bishop g4 and you have to worry about losing the pawn. I don't know. This looks a little suspicious. Right? You would have to take with bishop first, then? Oh, no, you get pinned. Yeah, never mind. You can't take a bishop first. You have to take with knight first. Then I take on b7. This is suspicious. Just felt overextended. Yeah, makes sense. I just... You have a development advantage, so... And I really want the center. I don't want to give it to my opponent. But okay. I'm splitting hairs here. Not that big of a deal. Okay, bishop at g4. Unironically, I would probably rather play h3 first here over playing d3. You play h3 first to prevent bishop g4, because that's what he wants to play. And you ask him how he prevents d4. Because if he plays knight c6, then you play d3, and you've gotten a better move order on what you've gotten before. So I actually would have played h3 first in that case, if you're going for d3. But okay. Tomato, tomato. Bishop f5, that's just a poor move. This bishop's very, well, misplaced. Bishop e3, knight c6, queen d2. Okay, well, he let you get it. So bishop g4 doesn't annoy me. I mean, it's not that annoying. Yeah, no, bishop g4 is not that bad. The reason I'm preventing bishop g4 is because I wanted to play d4. That's the reason. No, you shouldn't hate this. I just want d4. And so for me, h3 allows d4 unless you play knight c6. So it forces knight c6, which I'm not sure this is a good move exactly. Your pawns are a little bit stunted. And now where does your bishop go? Right. I don't know who. I mean, I'm really splitting hairs here. d3 is a completely reasonable move. What pair of $200 headphones specifically, if you don't mind me asking? Knight c6, queen d2. Ooh. No. Listen. AKG 371 with Bluetooth for the gym. Hey, that's actually pretty sick. Okay, so this is also already a bit slow for him. You can bully his knights. We've talked about this. These knights are exposed. You can bully them. Now, that's number one. Number two... F7 is such a typical weakness, especially after he moves his rook. This bishop here, alarm bells should be going off. Knight g5, how do you deal with this? You have to play e6. And then his bishop is probably trapped. I'm going to say probably because I haven't calculated this out, but it looks pretty bad. It's pretty bad. It's giving him +3. F7 is a huge problem. Huge problem. Okay. Okay, e1. Why rook A? Why not rook E? Yeah, I prefer rook E, rook Fe1. Yeah, I prefer rook F. Because here's the thing. Rook A makes sense if I'm going to push the F pawn. Because otherwise this rook is trapped. It's in jail. Unless you're pushing the F pawn, this rook is in jail. And to me, pushing the F pawn makes zero sense in this position. I really don't think I don't think it's a reasonable choice. Right? And so if you're not pushing the F pawn, and the F pawn isn't a target, which it isn't, because he's not ever putting a bishop on d4, and even if he does, he can't get another piece to attack it, this rook isn't doing anything. And so trapping it on a square where it's not doing anything is counterproductive. If you're going to play a rook move, again, a4 is probably better, but if you're going to play a rook move, rook fe makes far more sense to me. This rook wants to be here, maybe here, but almost certainly on D. Yeah, I strictly disagree with rook ae1. This rook's in jail. Poor guy. What'd he do? What'd he do to deserve this? What crime did he commit? Okay, rook A. Queen d7. Knight h4. Are you pushing f4? Okay, this I don't understand. I don't know why he decided to go cuckoo on your king side. It's like... Like, even something calm, like rook a d8, to me makes more sense. Because even if you take this bishop's doing nothing anyway. I'm down. And again, unless you're playing... Which, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I suppose with knight... I was ready for that sack. Yeah, but the sack makes no sense. It's a completely bogus sack. What does he say? Listen, we've talked about this before. You need 2 more attackers than defenders in general for sacrifice to work. Where are his pieces? His knights are on the other side of the world. His rooks are on the other side of the world. His bishop isn't ready to help. The queen's alone. You're not going to checkmate with just a queen. It's simply a incorrect attack. Queen a4. Yeah, queen g5, you get bishop f6. Okay, so that's like a weird tactical trick. But queen f4, and this is a problem. Bishop f6, bishop g5, knight d4, bishop takes f6, he takes f6. Yeah, no, fair enough, but I'm not sure that's how that works exactly. I like the rook lift. Very nice. Very nice. That's a pretty checkmate. Yeah, but you see my point here. This rook didn't help you at all. This rook didn't even move. Again, I'm going to assume your plan in this position was after knight h4. Let's say he plays, I don't know, something stupid like a6. Are you going to play f4? That looks weird. Again, because to me, rook ae1 doesn't make any sense without f4. I didn't really have a plan. Fair enough, I suppose. I mean, in Blitz, at 1800 level Blitz, I'm an 1800 Blitz player myself. You look at my elo, I'm 18 Blitz. Right? So, as an 1800 Blitz player, I can tell you that you can and will win without plans in 1800 level Blitz. Though I do think having one helps. Again, it's pretty simple to me. It's just, where do you want 2 rooks to be? Assuming no other problems, which you don't have any other problems, where do you want 2 rooks to be? Do you want rooks here and here? Really? Or do you want them here and here? Or maybe here and here? Or here and here? You know? Or even here and here, so you can push the A pawn, right? Again, most of these are splitting hairs. And like the computer said, the only real mistake of the game was not playing knight g5 and winning on the spot. Other than that, rook a to e1 offends me personally, but it's not that bad. And otherwise, it's a pretty nice game. Very calm and rational. I know where you're coming from, I just did it without thinking. Terrible. No. Alright, so I know it's been a short stream. I know it's only been like 2 hours, but I'm peacing out. My first one back. Taking it slow. Oh, get ready to thinker teacher again. Even if I played rook fe1, the other rook would have been useless too. I know. It just feels wrong. I'm telling you, I'm a philosophical chess player. Good night, mate. See you next time. See ya. I should be back on Monday. I should be just back in gear. Did I miss the cue? No, I can play you real quick. Talk to me. No, it's fine, it's fine. I can play you. I had to run down Mackey's. That was analysis? Okay, send me the game then. Okay, let me see this real quick. We were just looking at some Blitz games, so it wasn't like anything. Whoa. Wacky position. Oh, look, you're playing against a totally real FM. He's got a really big FM title. That must mean he's even stronger. House. We'll find out. Thought it was funny. It is pretty funny. I like it. I like the hustle. What's the opponent's elo? 1443. He tried. He really did. Okay. So far, so good. So far, so good. Dutch? Yes. A Leningrad Dutch, specifically. Ooh. That can't be right. BD2, sure. Rookie 1, sure. E4. Yep, just casually and calmly playing for E4. Computer doesn't call it perfect, but it's a very reasonable plan. E5, excellent. Ooh, E6. And then D5. And look at that. Already from the opening. This is move 15, and he can't move half his pieces. That's a success. And then Knight G5. Ooh, that's a pretty piece. Bishop F1. Are you trying... I guess you're going to D3 to sack? I'm assuming this is the plan? That's the raid. Whoops, sorry. I thought I canceled it. My bad. You'll see. I'm sure it's this and then sacrifice. Yeah, what did I tell you? It's not exactly subtle. It's good, but it's not subtle. I would probably play this, and go for the same sacrifice. I'd want to keep my bishop. Now, will accomplish the exact same thing. It's not any better, I don't think, but intuitively, I would go here. Because the knight on h4 just looks like a completely dominant piece. And then I would sacrifice. Because to me, I look at the bishop on d3, I'm like, okay, it's good for a sacrifice and not much else. This is just fantastic even without the sacrifice. Because you've got funny, like, knight here ideas, you know? Knight f3, I just want to move my bishop to a better square. Yeah, it doesn't bother me. Again, clearly it was a completely reasonable idea. This is a closed position, right? Center's closed and you have full control over everything. You can absolutely afford to spend a few moves improving a piece. That's completely within the spirit of the position. 100%. You see why I thought you were cheating? I don't. This is all completely normal moves by White. White has played nothing like cheating. This is all just playing reasonable chess. Good positional chess can make it look like your opponent just exploded, and that's what this is. Just reasonable positional chess. Nah, I cheated? Oh yeah, my bad. I can't beat that argument. Then in they go. This guy blocks me? Based. Brutal. Well, I mean, you did murder him, so I don't think you get to complain. Poor guy. These are the games that make you quit chess. Again, yeah, I would have played knight f3, knight h3. Knight h4, sorry. Chaotic game. Only chaotic for black. White was chilling. After this, I had an 86% accuracy game against him. This game was 93. Yeah, I'm telling you, White played only good moves. Because, I mean, this assumes that he's going to fall for the sacrifice. Now, to be fair, that's a very safe assumption. I'm not even sure how you defend against that sack. I'm sure there is a way. It would have to be... Knight h7? Knight bd2? No, knight h7 is what I think about. My intention being, if you play like knight f3, then I'm going to take rook f6. And just try to not get checkmated. I think. Hello, lib. Yeah, this was probably what I would do. Just try and hold on. Yeah, no. You have to try something here. You're going to get obliterated. And so going to trade off pieces via knight h7 to me is most intuitive. Now, you have knight f7 and you win an exchange, but in this position I'm happy to give you the exchange. I really don't care. I'm like, please take the exchange, just let me out. Because now I get to play, I don't know if e5 is any good, but I get to at least attempt to play e5. It probably isn't because you get en passant and the rook guards the pawn, but... Nah, it doesn't work. This isn't check. You can play rook e8 check. My point is I thought I could take and then take the rook, but you have check and wins the knight. Because this rook is on a6. The rook on a6 is also terrible. Yeah, this is just a disaster for black. Black has done like everything wrong. I just wish it were longer. Yeah. No, you did everything right here. This is good stuff. Again, your pieces were all just on the right squares. My time at the end? Yeah, you had no time. He had a ton of time. When did you spend all of it? You spent a minute here. Interesting. You spent half a minute here. Oh, you spent a long time calculating this. I mean, it was mate for sure, so your calculations were correct, but... Again, this is why I play knight f3, knight h5, knight h4. It's so much simpler. What did he play in the game? Something like this? I don't know, man. Then knight h4. And now you can calculate this if you'd like, but you can also just chill. You don't have to play it. Like, what does he do? C6 or whatever? You can play knight takes f5 if you want. Well, you don't have to. You can just chill. Like I'm saying, there might be some goofy knight takes, then knight takes fun shenanigans, then queen takes. Which is, this, I like this. This is what I was trying to play. This is what I was trying to justify tactically. This was my big idea with knight h4. I want knight f7, knight g6, queen takes f5. Because I thought it's pretty. I just leave the rook hanging. I mean, the computer's being a buzzkill and saying to play king h7, but... you can't win them all. This works too, though. Yeah, this is what I would be trying to do. Because I think it's pretty. Didn't even realize how much time I spent. That's... again, it's hard. You don't notice a lot of the time. Oh, whoopsie. Yeah, but king h7's a buzzkill move. If you take, though, I'm not taking your rook. Taking rook also wins, but I don't want it. I want to do this. This is so pretty to me. I love the sword tactic. Okay, anyway, now I'm rating somebody. Interesting game. Again, just you cleanly outplayed him. It was very simple in the sense that... oh, I'm so sorry about the double raid. Actually, well, if I cancel raid again, I'll just go through again. So I'm not going to double raid. Just tell him Thinker Teacher said. Not Thinker. Tell him that I'll be a block percent. Have a great night.